Have you ever struggled with this question? How much content should you give away for free versus how much content should you charge for? There's a common tension for all of us who have online courses, and this might be you, between how much free content do I offer versus what do I hold back in order to charge for it in a course or a membership site or behind some kind of paywall. And the debate and the tension comes in when we think, okay, if I give away too much, like if I have too much helpful content on my YouTube channel, too much helpful content on my podcast, then people are just going to watch that stuff. They're not going to buy my courses and I won't have a successful business and I'll probably starve to death. This video will help settle the tension in your mind because I'm going to show you why giving away too much content is not only something you should not be worried about, but you probably should be giving away more content for free. If that seems counterintuitive, I am going to show you how this works and why you probably need to give away more than you are in order to ensure that you have a successful business. One incredibly successful online business owner that I know is named Graham Cochran, and he's the one who taught me this concept. He has grown 2 7-figure businesses completely from giving away what others would consider too much content. Just gobs and gobs and gobs of free, helpful content and then offering paid courses. But somehow there's enough people to go buy those courses so that the free content isn't taking anything away from his business, it's actually what fuels it. I'm doing the exact same model in my business and I've been able to go completely full-time in my online business based on the model of giving away what a lot of people would consider too much. And I'm telling you, it doesn't only work for Graham and for me, it's gonna work for you too. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how. For that, stick around. My name is Lane. It's so awesome to meet you. I love to help entrepreneurs get their message out and make a great income doing it. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Go down right now and put yes, I have, if this is something that you've struggled with before. This tension between how much should I give away for free versus how much should I hold back and charge for? If you struggle with that at any point in your online business, put yes, I have in the comments. So let's dive in. The first thing that people do is they allow fear and scarcity thinking to drive their business. So they're asking questions like, if I give away too much content, then what will be left for me to charge for? Right? This is the question. If I give away too much content, if my YouTube videos cover everything I teach, if my podcast goes too in-depth, if I've got too much helpful content on my blog, then what's left for me to charge for? This is fear and scarcity. It's kind of this idea that there's just this limited amount of ways that I can help people, and if I do it all in my free content, then what is left? This exact thinking is why I avoided YouTube for the longest time in my main business, which is Preaching Donkey. I help preachers communicate better over at a website and a YouTube channel called Preaching Donkey. And I had a blog and a podcast and books, and I knew I wanted to do online courses one day, so I actually held off on jumping onto YouTube because of this exact fear. This was my thinking. If I get on YouTube and I do video teaching content, then how am I gonna ask anybody to pay for video content in a course? Because I hadn't done any video, I felt like it was something I could charge for. And this is scarcity thinking. In my mind, I thought, well, there's one way for me to charge, and that is to never offer it for free and only charge for it. And what I didn't understand is that this thinking was actually reducing my ability to gather an audience. It was reducing and limiting my reach, and ultimately reducing and limiting my potential sales. It was a massive, massive mistake, and it was rooted in fear and scarcity. So here's what I want you to think about. If you are making any decision in your business based on fear and scarcity thinking versus abundance, right? Scarcity means that there's a limited amount of time, resources, money, people, energy, content, and if I give too much of it away, then I'm gonna run out, right? That's scarcity. I want to encourage you to think in terms of abundance and confidence, right? That if you give away a ton of content for free that's super helpful, that maybe it's actually going to help attract a bigger audience and lead to more sales. And I'll show you exactly how that works here in just a second. But this fear and scarcity mindset is what leads a lot of people to do what's called teaser content. And maybe you've seen this, where they put out a lot of content on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or their blog or their podcast, but it's teaser content. It doesn't really do any hard teaching. It's more of just kind of, hey, check this out. Here's this idea. I'm gonna show you what I did, but not how I did it. I'm gonna show you why to do this, but not how to do it. They kind of hold back the how, and they give the what and the why, but they make you pay for the how. And the idea is that if you can just have enough teaser content, people will go, ooh, that's very intriguing. I have to buy this product to find out how they do this. And the problem with this is it relies so much on your ability to sell and less on the know, like, and trust factor that you're building with your audience. When your content is rich and helpful and has hard teaching in it, meaning that you're actually teaching something, you're not just teasing ideas, but you're showing people here's why and here's what and here's how, it builds your authority, it helps people know you, it helps people like you, it helps people trust you. Then when you offer a paid product, they are so much more willing to buy it without you having to do all kinds of crazy sales tactics, because you've already proven your authority in that space and you've already proven your ability to get results for your audience. So fear, scarcity, and teaser content is the result of looking at this all wrong. What I want to do now is I want to give you 3 ways to kind of break out of scarcity thinking, break out of fear, break out of teaser content, and really grow your business with free content, know exactly what to give away for free, and know exactly what to charge for and what the difference is. So let's jump into this right now. Number 1, and this is gonna sound incredibly counterintuitive, and I got this from Graham Cochran, so I wanna give him credit, but here it is. Give away your best stuff for free. You heard me right, give it away. Give away your best stuff for free, your best concepts, your best ideas, your best tactics, your best strategies. Every single week when you get on YouTube, when you get on your podcast, give away your best stuff for free. Give away so much content, so many ideas, so many tactics, so many helpful strategies that you're somewhat nervous about how much you're gonna have left to charge for. Because it does 3 things. It builds up your know, like, and trust factor. That's gonna come into how important it is for sales here in just a second. People are gonna know you, they're gonna like you, and they're gonna trust you. They're gonna know you because you're showing up consistently. They're gonna like you because you're helpful. They're gonna trust you because you're actually helping them solve the problem that you help people solve. Know, like, and trust. The next thing it's gonna do is it's gonna build your authority. By giving away helpful free content that people have access to, it's gonna build a large audience because people are gonna share it because it's helpful content, and that is going to build your authority. You're going to be perceived as an expert, you're gonna be positioned as an authority on that subject, and that's gonna help you later when you go to offer paid content. And then finally, number 3, it serves your audience, which is what this is all about. Serving the people that your content helps. And eventually you're gonna be rewarded monetarily for how well you serve people, but you're the one that's gonna have to step out and serve your audience first with that helpful free content. So the first thing we're gonna do is give away our best stuff for free. Now, if you're nervous, don't be, because number 2 is gonna clear some things up for you as we dig into it. Number 2, make your paid content even better. So give away your best stuff for free and make your paid content even better. When you offer paid content, when you offer a course, for example, a course is designed to be an end-to-end system. It's where you're taking all these bits of free content that you've given out. Maybe one week you're talking about this idea, the next week you're talking about that idea, the next week you're talking about something else, and these things are all disconnected. A course is where you bring these things together and you teach something that takes people on a complete journey from point A to point B. I like to think of it in terms of escape and arrival. You're helping them escape from something, right? Let's say you're a fitness coach, you're gonna help them escape from feeling fatigued, feeling unwell, feeling unfit, and you're gonna help them arrive at a life that is fulfilling and fit and healthy and whole, right? And along the way, there's going to be milestones that are gonna take them on this journey. What do they need to know? What do they need to do? What do they need to know? What do they need to do? Those milestones might be modules in the course, they might be video lessons in the course, but escape and arrival. What are they escaping from? What are they arriving to? And what are the milestones along the way? So it's a complete end-to-end system. People will pay for convenience. People will pay to have all of it put together, all of it curated, all of it organized. The second thing you're gonna do is your course is gonna provide a deeper level of access to you. So if people watch your podcast, they watch your YouTube channel, they get a little bit of access to the extent that you're able to interact with people. But when they buy your course, you can make yourself accessible through comments in the course. Maybe you offer a one-on-one consulting package along with the course, but there's some type of access to you that the general public watching your free content doesn't get. And then finally, bonus content. So maybe watching a YouTube video is very one-dimensional, but when they go through your course, not only do they have the video content, but they can download the slides, they can download worksheets. There's ways for them to take the content further than just watching a video. Maybe there's a community aspect to the course that you don't have in YouTube or in your podcast or on your blog. So those are the things, between it being an end-to-end system, access to you, and bonuses that differentiate from your free content. And then not only that, in your paid content, as good as your free content was and you gave it your all, dig deeper for your paid content. Dig even deeper and say, what is going to make this just as absolutely helpful as possible to these people who paid? What do they need? What are they asking for? What do they want? What do they need that maybe they don't know they need it? Give that to them in your paid content. So we're gonna give our best stuff away for free, and then we are gonna push ourselves to make our paid content even better. And then number 3, make sure that your free content is driving leads. What do I mean? I mean that your free content, for it to work, number 1, it has to be good because it has to attract an audience. It has to do everything we talked about. Build your know, like, and trust factor, build your authority, serve your audience. If it does all those things but doesn't drive leads, in other words, it doesn't result in people subscribing to your email list, then it is a miss. You have to have a mechanism in place to get people from your free content onto your email list, and that is called a lead magnet. If you want to know how to make a great lead magnet, what goes into that, you can check out this video right here. But you want a lead magnet. You want to offer something for free in exchange for their email address. The best way to set all this up is to use something like Kajabi, which you can use my link below, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You do everything on there. You can have your website, you can have your lead magnet, you can have your landing pages, you can have your email list. If you want to know more about Kajabi, I have a whole playlist right here on all that you need to know about how to make it work for you. Again, lanesebring.com/Kajabi if you want to get on there. But your free content has to drive leads. So where so many people go wrong is they don't understand what place the free content has. You're not just trying to serve a random general audience of people, you're trying to attract the right people to your content. And if you are so fortunate, and this is something Graham Cochran points out when he talks about this, you are so lucky and so fortunate that someone landed on your content in the sea of content that gets uploaded every day to the World Wide Web, right? If they land on your piece of content, you cannot take for granted that they're ever gonna see you again, that they're ever gonna even remember what your name was and who you are and what you're all about. the chances of them just reading it or watching the video and bouncing are extraordinarily high. And this is why your free content cannot suck. It has to be great. It has to be so great that they want more of it. And the way that you can get them to go from just that piece of content onto your radar so that you can have a relationship with them is through your lead magnet. So make sure that you have a really good lead magnet that takes them onto your email list. And I want to give you something that can help you put all of this together. If you go to lanesebring.com/super simple, you can grab my super simple guide to your first $500 online. It actually maps out how to do all of this, how to make your free content, how to build your first course, how to make your lead magnet, and how to drive people to your email list. lanesebring.com/super simple. It takes all these concepts that we're talking about and puts it on a simple PDF guide for you that you can follow step by step. So we're gonna give away our best stuff for free, then we're gonna make our paid content even better, and then we are going to make sure that our free content is driving leads so that we eventually have a list of people to sell our paid content to. Let me know in the comments below, which side of this do you fall on? Are you more for let's give away as much as we can for free because we're not worried about it? Or do you hold back a little bit? I'd love to hear from you what side of this you fall on. And in this playlist right here, we're gonna take this conversation even further. So click on this playlist and we're gonna talk about online business, but also passive income, because that's kind of where all this stuff goes. If you do this right, your content serves as little pieces of passive income generating tools for you. So click right there and I'll see you in that playlist.